the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown, we'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.
Hello everyone, this is the Nameless One, and tonight I am here with Petrol, Moon, Cameo, Argo, Sim. I have so many people right now that I'm looking at that my brain is not. We are also joined by Hax, Fair, and Namink, as well as Sim. Did I say Sim? I felt like I said Sim.
You said Sim twice.
Don't worry, Sim is here. We know this for a fact.
Doubly.
Now, before we get fully into the recap... Actually, let's do the recap first. Petrol, do the recap.
Okay. So we were just hanging out with psychos, I guess. Sort of decided to leave them. Sandstorm ensues. Got kind of screwed over temporarily by the wind spirit thing, and it helped us as we decided to go through some mountains. Came across a shack at the end of the range with creepy half-dead guy who really didn't tell us much about anything. Got a passage open to allow our party to pass on the boat that we then found.
I feel like you're missing and glossing over a lot of stuff.
I mean, his decision to abandon the psychos was helped by a giant sandworm, and you also spent like 4 days walking around in circles in that sandstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you completely forgot. You kind of missed the part where we got the passage coin on Mount Eris.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was on
My
there.
ears.
See, just checking volumes real quick.
So yes, just for the record, so that everyone is on the same page, the hippogriffs are all dead by the looks of it.
Oh, we
Also,
don't
we
know
nearly
that.
got eaten by a giant sandworm. But that's I don't know. I guess we're not talking about that.
And to answer your question, Moop, he probably just leaned into his mic to say that.
Yep, probably.
Okay, so before we get started, just so the viewers are aware, you guys, when you got on the boat, it was about a 4-month travel time. So we're gonna go over what all everyone was doing. You can train up to 2 skills for half the points, or 1 skill. If it's a new skill, you will get it at the base level. If it is not a new skill and you are training a pre-existing skill, you can get up to 4 points, depending on certain things. We will see what they depends on what you're training. So, we'll start with hacks.
All right. Well, Clinker wants to be learning medicine with Doc, so.
So, Doc, teaching is skill. Roll teaching.
Success by 1.
Okay. You have successfully done the teach.
Yeah,
Okay.
take some more first aid.
How many points can we get against? I'm just looking at skills.
It depends on the skill, and it depends on how you trained. And in some cases, you may have to roll something.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
how many points do I get?
So, did you already have?
Yes, I have first aid.
I am going to say 2 points. 1 for your efforts in learning, and 1 for Doc's skill at teaching. AKA his margin of success.
Oh, that was enough to raise the skill.
So, we're going to go to Moop next.
I guess Moop was training screaming.
It's just an R.
I would go with flight if I were you.
That seems like it could end horribly.
As long as she stayed on the boat, it would be fine.
Or like as long as I'm around.
So, Petrol, I want you to roll flight at a -2 to teach Moop, and we will see how well that goes.
That passes just on the number.
Okay, so you now have the flight skill at its base level. Moop. So just pull that from the basic set and put it into your skills. So you'll go to basic set skills. And it will be under athletics. If you click on the drop-down box, and you can just drag it from there. And don't do anything with it after that. You will have to train it further to be able to better your skill at flight. Next is Petrol. What is Petrol training?
I'm training flight and aerobatics.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll your aerobatics skill.
That is a pass by 2.
Okay, and then roll your flight skill.
That is a pass by 3.
Okay, 2 points for each. And next is Moon. What are you training, if anything?
Doc's just gonna spend all of his time teaching people. He's
Okay.
focused on medicine, and without any fresh bodies to practice on, the best thing he can do right now is teach.
Okay. So, no roles for you, Nassa.
Is it possible to train health up?
Yes.
Would I be able to try to get my health up?
Health is... It's up to Nameless, but health is like a representation of stamina. So you'd raise it by like running and doing cardio stuff.
Which is difficult to do on a boat when you are kind of grounded. So, I'm going to say you're not going to be able to train health. You would be able to train strength.
Oh
Can I
no,
train
burpees. Or punish burpees.
Starts
Sprints.
trying to bench move.
I can practice strength, and then in the meantime, in addition to that, I'm sure I can learn like basic reading and writing a bonus. Because
Okay.
like that shouldn't be too hard, right?
Doc, roll teaching. And then Nassa, roll strength.
Hey, 1 second.
You have to tell it to roll it.
Yeah,
Okay.
success by 3.
Yes, you can now read and write accented Ponish. What's margin of success for that?
For my strength, 1.
Okay. You can
I was 1 under.
You can go ahead and raise your strength by 1.
I got it.
Okay. So you guys arrive at the you can only assume it's the Pharasian shores. Although I will note that not long before you got there, the sky had a nice greenish black tint to it, and it has been constantly cloudy since you got here. And Charon informs you that he will be returning within 2 months. So it's not his problem if you guys are not there.
Wait, you said 2 months, right?
2 months, yes.
Okay.
And what order do you guys get off the boat?
I get that first.
We get off last.
So, as Nassa steps off the boat, you guys hear the sound of a ticking clock, followed by laughter of a familiar voice. And there's a swirl of black clouds immediately in front of Nassa as Saragus appears.
Oh, it's you again.
Why, hello there. I wasn't expecting to see you this soon.
Greeting, old-timey sounding, Sergius. So, why are you here?
He grins and leans down and says, "Why, I'm here to collect on a broken deal."
Wait, what do you mean broken deal? Oh wait, do you mean for me or for somebody else?
Oh, I would say it's someone that you know well. And with that, he snaps his fingers and a image of your mother appears.
Ah. What did she do to you?
Oh, my dear, it's not what she did to me, it's what she didn't do. You see, she and I had a deal.
What kind of deal?
He grins as he leans in and pokes the skull that you're carrying and
Please
says,
do not put into my back.
the deal was, she doesn't return she has both you and your father. And unless you're hiding him in that bag of yours, I don't see him here. His grin widens in a very malicious way.
Well, I regret to inform you that I cannot bring him here, because there's kind of an issue with that. He's kind of locked in Tartarus at the moment. I saw him, and I can direct you to Tartarus. I have, like a little radiation thing that you can use to get there. It wasn't really hard to get in, if I remember.
He shrugs and says, not my problem. The deal was broken, and thus all of the agreements are no longer... They're all null and void.
May I ask what the agreements are? I'm kind of concerned now.
Well, for one, your sister is no longer under my protection.
May I ask where she is? Because I could put her under my protection.
He shrugs and says, that's nothing that I really worry about. You have nothing to offer me, so why should I?
I would very much appreciate if you could tell me where she is.
He chuckles and says again, like I said, you have nothing to offer me.
Nothing at all? Not even... I kind of reach into my bag and pull out the Book of Necromancy. And I say, would this do anything for you?
He chuckles and asks, where do you think he got it from?
Fair enough. I put it back.
However, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. The one warning you did have was kind of... And he waves a hand and says, inoperable. So, I will give you... And he rubs his chin and says, a month sounds appropriate. And if you can get to her by then I will at least make sure she doesn't die.
Okay, then please, can you at least tell me where she is? So we can get to her within that month? I don't know if you know, but Pharisee is a very large continent.
Oh my dear, where would the fun be in that? And with that he vanishes.
What a tricksy bastard! Doesn't even tell me where the fuck she is.
So, what does the party do?
How?
I have no idea what just happened.
Don't worry about it.
I just sort of stand there dumbfounded that happened.
Yeah, no, when you say don't worry about it, that's just only reason to worry about it more.
Usually, yeah.
Anyway, so don't pay attention to any of the words that he said. We need to go find my sister now.
Everybody roll perception.
Like a month to find you or something?
By like 9.
I passed.
Pass.
Did anybody
I do.
fail? Petrol, was that a pass for you?
Yes, it was.
So, you guys notice that Nebula kind of pushes past you guys and starts trotting in a direction.
Nebula? Where are you going?
She looks over her shoulder and says, "This way."
Okay. Do you know why you're heading that way? As I trot along?
She kind of shrugs while trotting.
Okay. By any chance, can you see my sister?
She shakes her head.
And... well, that would be a good thing to try to figure out where she is. We have 1 month.
So,
And, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're around... October now?
she shrugs again.
Can I do a quick roll to see if I could remember what month it is? I've been trying to keep track.
We've had 4 months of sea travel.
Yes. We had 4 months of that, and we also had some other time that we used in other ways.
You can roll a survival at -5. Because you didn't necessarily know the time of year to begin with.
I needed 2 less, but no, I did not pass.
Okay. You know it is a time of year. It is neither cold nor very hot, so...
It's probably about October.
So, is the party following Nebula right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hesitantly, but yeah.
So, you guys follow Nebula, and Nebula stops in front of what appears to be a bombed-out building. It's made of fairly thick concrete, but you can tell something exploded inside of it at some point. Because there's still, like, slagged metal and scorch marks that haven't quite gone away. And she points at it and says, "It's in there."
What's
What
new?
is it?
She looks at you blankly and shrugs before proceeding into the building.
Alright, I guess we're heading in.
So, everybody that's going into the building needs to roll perception.
Oh, might as well. I've blindly walked into enough things at this point.
Pass.
Don't worry, there aren't any
Oh.
data shard slots for you to stick it in.
Okay, that's a pass. Though if there was a data shard slot, you know where the data shard would be.
Actually, it's not sound like me. And that's not a good thing.
So, the inside of the building looks fairly cleaned out, although, let's see, who passed with any kind of margin of success? I see.
Not
I've
a
passed
very
high.
very hard. I passed
I
with a
have
very large margin of success. Thank you.
So, Nassa, as you were walking in, you notice in the corner there is what appears to be a metal trapdoor. It is slightly ajar, but it is still there.
Alright, I thought you just said it was a door.
So,
That was a dumb joke, I apologize.
are you going to go and investigate?
Yes, if you tell me there's a trapdoor or something, that is kind of a clue that might be something there.
Okay, go ahead and roll strength to open it.
That's just... I almost copy and pasted the wrong thing. Oh hey, I pass.
Okay, so it takes a little effort because it appears to have gotten stuck in its position after who knows how long it's been open, but you managed to get it open, and there is a ladder. It's not a very long ladder. You could actually probably drop down without using it and still be fine. You just need to roll a dex throw if you're going to not use the ladder.
I won't use the ladder.
Good job.
I do it coolly, in a cool fashion.
Superhero landing.
Hey,
That's bad for
feel
the
like a
host.
little roll.
Take 3 damage for superhero lightning.
But
No, it's...
it is kind of it is
Yeah,
kind of dark
basically.
in here though.
Lumiere! Light! My light turns on.
So in the room, there's not really much left that hasn't been overturned or destroyed for the most part. That there is a fairly large, what looks like some sort of stasis pod, similar to what you guys were in, except it's covered in gemstones, some of which are still glowing, others have cracked and are blackened.
Oh hey, I know exactly who would like this. Hey Moop, come on down.
The pod itself has a glass front that is absolutely filthy, though. You cannot see what is inside at the moment.
Can I try and wipe it with my hooves or something?
Okay. Wait,
I'm coming.
can I just mention that
Where are you?
you just called down the dragon to the glowing, clearly magic crystals, fully
As long
knowing
as-
that the dragon will want to eat them? Do we not remember what happened the last time the dragon took a bite out of a magic crystal?
Yeah,
Just
and
forgetting I
really
have
bad.
enough will to stop myself. Plus, I got my own gems. I only got like 3, but I still got my own gems, so I could resist.
we could probably find some here, if I remember correctly.
So your attempt to clean off the glass is rather unsuccessful. It seems to be like crusted and baked on in some cases.
Look
What?
for an opening mechanism. How
I
do you want to
have-
open it
I have a hammer and a glass cutter. What do you want?
Can we not-
heck?
Can we not all yell at the same time, please?
No.
One at a time.
No.
So
This, as
basic-
for opening mechanism, I have a hammer and a glass cutter. Which do you want?
I
Are
have
you
a knife.
even there?
Did we like... Hold on, Moop. Did you
I
not
have a gun.
open the pod correctly when I was stuck inside it?
There is an opening thing to click on, but
Okay.
something is terribly off here.
What would that be?
I'm getting very hungry, and the fact that there are a bunch of gems on this thing is a very bad sign.
Can you open it and then we can try powering it off before you start eating the gems?
I don't think we should open it yet.
Why not?
Let's check this place out thoroughly before opening it, because we might find out what's already inside.
Okay, I guess we can look around a bit. But I would still like to open this if possible.
You can roll search or you can roll scrounge at a -2 and perception at a -3 for those that do not have either.
Pass.
I'm gonna let whoever else is going to roll.
And might as well roll search.
I'm assuming you're searching the upstairs.
That's pass.
I can search both downstairs and upstairs, but you already said there's
I-
basically nothing
That's
downstairs.
a pass by 5 for the search.
I pass it by 4 with when you consider the
So, by the looks of things, this place was under a lot more duress than any of the bunkers you've been to so far, because everything is either burnt up or just too old to be usable. The one pod, it's basically the only pod of about a dozen that is still operable.
Do we know how to check to see if there's like any information that we have? Or I don't.
I mean, the only real indication that anything of interest is with the pod is, Nebula has been staring at it the entire time.
Alright, so let's open the pod then.
Alright. I'm not trusting this, but we can do it.
So, go ahead and whoever's going to attempt rolling or opening the pod, roll intelligence.
Therefore, I'm gonna try it because it's intelligence.
Don't question it.
Oh my god, he actually passed one!
It's the first intelligence roll I've ever passed.
Oh
and it
my
wasn't even
God!
that intelligence based.
So
He
Petrol,
actually passed!
Petrol, you actually recognize this pod as a prototype that was being used for some of the more questionable experiments, and you push a few gemstones and it pops open.
Did I happen to walk? Did I happen to like look through a door and see it on my way past to the Wonderbolts area? I'm like, oh, what's this? And then like door suddenly shuts. Oh,
So inside is a very oddly well preserved looking bat pony. Petrol, roll. I need you to roll your. We're gonna go with the what's it called? Area knowledge.
okay. I was worried because you started it with an S sound. There's only a few skills I have that start with an S sound, so I was worried.
I was either thinking savoir-faire, military, or
I passed.
soldiering. So, you recognize this because they're in full armor and they have. I forgot to give him inventory, but they have a broadsword.
Huh.
It is a member of the Night Guard. They you knew them as basically the military special forces.
Why is there a night guard in a pod all the way out here? What the
And you
fuck?
also know that this one vastly outranks you.
I mean that's not hard to do. The Wonderbolts aren't exactly high up.
Hey, Fair, do me a favor and roll yourself a health check.
Hey, Petrol. Nameless, just to show where
It's the same system we use for the Sunday game with Moon.
Nameless, I just want to tell you that me and Petrol's superpower is continuing on.
You're now awake.
I have like 5 second. I have 5 second prior predictions as to what's going to happen.
Yep.
So they're completely useless because of how recent they are.
What's going on here? Who are you people?
Huh? Oh, you're awake! Hi!
Hey, you're finally awake.
Okay.
I'm hiding in a corner now.
You were trying to crush the border over there. Got in the Imperial ambush. Me and that thief over there.
What's going on? What in the name of Luna's going on here?
Okay.
I don't even know!
Everyone, stop and let me try to explain this.
You
Because
look
currently-
like a reasonable person.
Alright, so yes, I'm aware that you completely outrank me, but so I'm not going to pry. But you're currently you're currently over with the continent of the Zebras for Asia, and
Heresy.
you're in yes, and you're in this here facility. I happened to remove you from what appeared to be a stasis pod or something of the sort.
Last thing I remember before apparently waking up here was being shipped to Freysia. For
I see.
whatever reason I don't remember.
Yes, well, we came here on a ship. But that's about it.
I was originally from here. Like, maybe 500 years ago?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
longer.
can't remember. The zebras were our allies.
Oh, drink this
Yes,
thirst, so I
well-
know that you don't hate me.
We were also all on stasis pods, and we've sort of been exploring the wastes, and we've made our way here.
The wastes?
What?
What do you mean, the wastes?
Long story short, world has gone to shit. Extremely so.
I must see this. Take me outside.
I sort of guide him outside.
Her, actually. It is a female bat pony.
Oh, okay. I guide her outside.
The deep voice, apparently.
Sort of betrays this.
Bat pony speaks at a decibel that would be considered similar to the Royal Canterlot voice.
Oh no.
So it's a drill sergeant.
Essentially,
I can imagine it sounds like Spitfire, but if Spitfire had an even more gravelly voice.
Actually, Spitfire would have been at captain rank. this one is, and I'm using army rankings. Bear's character is ranked at a major.
Because we know exactly where all those ranks are placed.
I was about to explain that. So it goes first, second lieutenant. Oh, I think that's flipped, but first, second lieutenant, captain, major, and then there's more past that I'm not going to go into because we don't really care about it. And then petrol, you're lower enlisted.
Yes, well, Wonderbots aren't exactly the main division.
Yes,
Offshoot.
and you weren't important.
Yes, what are Wonderbots? Only military by technicality.
Well, at the time that you entered the cryopod, you were fully military. You just were getting used to the integration.
Because, I mean, the Blue Angels can do combat stuff if they really have to, but...
Well, they are still military pilots. They're just the ones that are exceptionally skilled and then get taken aside to be part of the stunt team. But they are still fighter pilots, and they had to do a lot of training in conventional flight before they ever got there.
Oh, yeah, but...
But the Wonderbolts is not exactly the same thing. We saw their training system, and it's very much... You're on a path to become a Wonderbolt.
Yeah, so
in the show, it's military by technicality.
So, you guys taking a... Who was still outside? Doc, I have heard nothing from you so far.
I'm inside.
Oh, so you were inside with the...
Yeah, you said anyone who's going inside make a roll. And I made a roll.
Okay.
So when my character sees Doc, it's kind of a look of disgust and repulsion. And she tenses up a lot and kind of stares him down and is like, "What are you doing here?"
You know, providing high quality medical care.
Well, you're the enemy.
Well, this one here's the closest thing we've got to a combat medic. So he's sort of useful. We gave him around.
Yeah, I like that term. I do combat, I do medicine.
I will reluctantly accept this until later.
But with that though, there are sort of no real sides anymore. Any sort of alliances or allies people or parties had are sort of don't exist anymore.
How long was I in that pod?
An unknown amount of time, but we think it's around 500 years or so.
Damn.
Possibly longer. We don't actually know for certain.
Yeah, we don't know, but that's a rough idea or concept. So it's a long time. So any alliances or any allegiances you may have had, pretend they don't exist. Because that's about as useful.
Just get rid of years and years of training and preconceptions.
Yeah, yes, believe me, I know, but you sort of don't really have a choice.
Hey, if I manage to spend months traveling with a unicorn, you can travel with the Earth Pony.
Hey, I had to travel with ponies this entire time. Like, objectively,
It gives me an uneasy feeling.
Oh yeah, and we have a dragon. She's really cool.
I like jump out of the way if any fire comes that direction.
I go up next to a moop and I pat her head. This is my little sister. I have another little sister that we're looking for.
I look over at our poo-brained changeling.
That's my other sister.
We also have one of those.
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
So remember what I said about any
Interesting group. Who's your commanding officer then?
Well,
I'm the commanding officer.
No, if we're talking actual military, then me, but all in all, we don't really have a leader. Sort of just whatever.
I would say that out of all of us, Doc really is probably the leader.
Probably.
I am the commanding officer here. You may call me General Doc.
I will not
General
tell you.
Doctor.
I am
don't know
not
if
calling
I'm
you
quite
that.
accepting of this, but I'm new here, so I guess I'll see.
I like hold like one hoof up next to my mouth and like whisper over. Yeah, he's not really a general or anything like that. He has no military experience. He's just exists.
I see.
Also, I will
He's
start
the
you a
closest thing
dive
we've
for
got to a
another
leader. He's the one that keeps our competence in check.
That's very
That
accurate.
will be remain to be judged.
That is painfully accurate.
So then, what is the current task you are doing?
Trying to find my other younger sister, Galilou. She is somewhere in this continent, and we have about a month to find her.
That seems like such a short time to search an entire continent.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we
Yeah,
sort of
well,
weren't given a
Saragus is
choice.
kind of a dick, so...
Saragus. Who's Saragus?
Demon guy.
Demon-looking nerd who likes to make deals.
Yeah.
I have questions, but I think it's best if I save them for later.
I don't
Chances-
think we have answers. We really
Chances
don't
are-
have answers.
Chances are, since you've been in that pod, there's a lot more things you haven't seen that are a lot more terrifying than what you
Yeah,
saw
like
whilst
the
you were
god
up.
engines.
Oh, I know of the God Engines.
Wait, hang on a second. How many god engines do you know of?
I know of 4.
There are many more than four.
Oh, there are 12.
They're pretty
Oh.
terrifying, actually.
12
You-
is...
You remember Manhattan?
Oh yeah, Manhattan doesn't exist anymore.
Well, no, it does. You remember Manhattan, right?
One sec.
Where do I go? Where do I go?
Oh yeah, can we take the gems out of the stasis pod by any chance?
It's a little late for that. We're seeing if Fair's character notices. Also, I want Petrol to roll the what's this? The same thing I had you roll to identify the area knowledge. There we
Soldiering?
go.
Oh, area knowledge, okay.
Pass.
Margin.
0 on the nose. Yeah, you did.
She appears to be adjusting her mic.
Yes, you saw all of her trying to steal gems.
They're really stealing if there's no one ready to take it
As
from.
far as you're concerned, this is a equestrian property fair, so do with as you see fit. And for you, Petrol, you recognize this bat pony, but you're not entirely certain where from. Like, you know they're part of the
Oh.
guard, you know, like, but you don't know, like, reputation or, like, who they actually are or name or anything, but you do recognize.
Hey, what are you doing there with those gems?
She's
This is
probably
equestrian property.
Does
Yeah,
the
she's
question
probably
doesn't
gonna
exist
eat that.
anymore?
I hadn't quite thought of that.
I just stare as I grab another gem.
Yeah, she's just having a snack. You get used to it.
Also,
Yeah,
question doesn't even exist anymore.
Yes,
Not
they were
Glad
precious.
everybody's taking the
Well,
ones that are
if
There's a wasteland. I
And,
believe what you would have known as Equestria. Well, there's not really, like, society anymore.
And we've sort of checked, and any authority that Celestia, Luna, or Twilight have currently doesn't mean anything.
Oh yeah,
given
also
that
we met
Twilight,
Twilight and she was
like,
like half her face was
half
gone.
of- given that she's basically literally half the pony she used to be,
Luna
kind of
is
trapped inside of Catch-a-Lot.
Luna is comatose. Twilight is in a weird magical state of half dead, half alive. We don't know, and Celestia is a complete unknown.
Supposedly, she's being put inside a god engine as we speak.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what is your name? Fair.
There, you good there?
Did he not have one prepared?
Well, 1 second.
He doesn't know.
Oh yes, it's cryo sickness. It causes temporary inability to remember common things.
Sorry, I am informing. Hold on, just.
I love that we could faintly hear that enough to know that there was something. Enough to know what it is. I know that is cursed.
Is this pet just kind of forgetting their name, or?
Okay, sorry, I am giving fair information.
Yes, information.
And
Information that is necessary.
So how are your gems? I say to Hoop.
I've only taken the broken ones. They taste very horrible, but good at the same time. I don't know how.
It sounds like half drunk. Are those like fermented gems?
so
Is that even possible?
I will say
They're
that
alcoholic
you're
gems.
probably going to be less interested in the ones that are obviously busted.
Oh no, I purposely took the ones that was busted because I have.
Moop learned her lesson the last
I'm-
time she took a bite out of a magic gem.
I'm talking to the military member of the equestrian monarchy, not the dragon who is attempting to eat.
Which one, though?
Probably me. The one that just came out of the the stasis pod, and is
Still
currently
thinks
eating
they're part of the
him.
military.
I gathered, but still technically can't.
Speaking of military, what's happened?
Good question.
Soldier, report.
Currently unknown. As
Pat,
Oh,
don't
he's
be
dead
stupid.
ever.
as far as we know, it doesn't exist.
Equestrian monarchy gone.
Basically,
Silver Tongue, Steelbrand. What about them?
Oh, we don't
Silvertongue seems to be an asshole, and we have no idea what's going on with him currently. Steelbrand, who I don't think I've heard that name before.
By any chance, did you know a zebra by the name of Rosso?
Oh, that asshole.
I can't say that I would know that name. Must not have done many dealings with him.
Well, he's rightfully
So-
burning in Tartarus.
What about the main six? Where are they? What happened to them?
Twilight, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash are all alive, as far as we know.
Interesting.
Fluttershy missing in action. Rarity,
He died.
Didn't the document just say Fluttershy was dealt with?
MIA. Yeah, she was like MIA or something.
I think it
We
said
don't know.
dealt with. And we
We
have
don't know
no
what that
idea what
means.
that means.
One of
All we know
them,
is Silvertongue did something.
the final one that we saw said that Fluttershy was dealt with. The original one said missing, but the last one said dealt with.
The actual
Yeah.
document from Project Lame Duck, yeah.
So, RD and AJ, they are badly
Alive?
injured alive.
Wrong!
Yeah.
falsely convicted of treason and tortured for centuries.
Yeah, which is really fucked up.
By the monarchy, no less.
Twilight is in a weird state of half dead, half alive because Alicorn magic is weird and we don't even know.
Yep, but again, committed by the monarchy.
Yeah, monarchy kind of bad.
So, what about Shadowfire and Gaster? Do you know anything of them?
Well, we know Shadowfire is alive.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think you guys know his name.
Hold on. Was that the... Is that the giant alicorn thing? Like, hold on. We saw a giant alicorn that might be named that.
Wait,
it's like kind of dark... Hold on. Yeah, no, you're... Hold on. When we were in the pits of burning sadness, or whatever we called it...
Oh!
There's that
right,
alicorn.
you guys told the story of going in the pits.
Luna was comatose, and there was also a larger alicorn there that we think may have been called Shadowfire. I don't actually know if we knew that for certain, though.
Yes, that was probably Shadowfire.
Oh yeah, so we run into that one.
So you don't know where Gaster is, then?
I have no idea what the
Could you
name that is.
describe him?
Was that the storyteller, or is that someone else?
Well, he's like a pony, but not. Does that make
You
any
have to be more specific.
You have to be a bit more specific.
I point at my scrapes. Do you
Isn't
know
it
that?
that
He wasn't a zebra, no.
The shoot
Is he a
bones in the
robot?
pews?
He did like to throw
What are you
bones at
talking about?
things.
Oh, well, we've...
Wait, what?
Okay, so that's probably the Guardian of the Canterlot Ruins. Yeah, he threw bones at us.
Wait, that's what that was?
I don't know.
I think so.
He looked like a skeleton pony.
Well, it's better than no explanation at all. I'll take it for now.
Would he have been able to conjure a giant fuck-off shield around all of Canterlot that could stand up to the bombardments of a giant railgun?
Okay, so we know
Well, then
that
that was probably him.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Is there anything that you think would fill in any gaps for me? Basically, my entire way of life has been destroyed, so...
The remnants of what you knew as the Equestrian Monarchy and the FPC, I think it was, basically became the two major, like, tribes, I don't really know how to describe them, in the Wasteland, the Arcanists and the Mechanists.
Tech Knights.
Basically, or Tech Knights, right, Mechanist is the stupid one, right. Basically, magic users, technology users. They still kind of hate each other. Actually, no. Really hate each other. And distrust each other immensely. Yeah. But
Yeah, sounds like everything went well.
all that's left of, like, the old civilization is a few of the more major cities that were able to stand up to god engines because of one reason or another, such as Manhattan, because it was a fortress. Well, it was a god engine. That's kind of a long story. Canterlot, because Big Shield, summoned by, I guess his name is Gaster, and Van Hoover, because other Big Shield that was being held up by Saragus, but now isn't, so yeah, that city probably...
You really forgot New Cloudsdale?
You're telling me that the entire city of Manhattan was a god engine?
Yep.
And now it is.
Bastion.
Also, when Clinker says it, I like look over with a like a knowing death stare of.
Don't you say anything.
Oh, what's going on here? Did I miss something?
No,
you
didn't.
Don't worry about it. What you need to know is that there's a enormous spaceship that's hovering over where Manhattan was, and Manhattan is currently walking.
This is all my fault. I'll take full responsibility. It's because I left them unsupervised.
Responsibilities or something like that. Sorry, can't get over it. Still trying.
Also, the wasteland is full of other dangerous things known as spell spawn that you don't want to run into, like scarecrows, the hunter. I don't know if there are any more Malavants. The storyteller's not that bad to run into. The twin
Yeah,
deaths.
Not that bad.
There's
I know
few
of the
relevant
majority of
things.
the spell spawn. I know
Every
what
time we
they are
run
capable
into
of.
the storyteller, bad things happen.
Okay, well, she herself doesn't actually do anything to us. But yeah, generally a bad
He
omen.
warns us of what is to come by telling us a story of that's connected to what we are going to face off soon.
Yes, we mustn't confuse correlation and causation. We know there's a correlation between storyteller stories and encountering exactly what they were talking about, but we don't know that that's the cause.
She is
Oh, yeah.
100% at fault. Telling us vague omens of what's about to come. Why can't you just say, "Hey, there's a giant monster about to kill you"? She
Hey,
obviously knows it's coming.
By the way, Butt Pony, are you a vegetarian? Do you eat meat? This is kind of necessary as I'm the one that does her rations.
I like mangoes.
What's the mango?
So I don't have any mangoes.
Wait, what's a mango?
Type of fruit.
I just
That
realized
doesn't
you
help.
still haven't told us your name, have you?
Shoot,
My
hold on, can I
name?
roll something? Can I roll to see if mangoes are native to Pharisee? Because I think they would be.
And yes, you can roll.
I was gonna say the silence is deafening.
I would
It
know.
would be area knowledge pre-war.
Yes, and I rolled it, and I passed by 3.
They are actually the main exporter of mangoes.
I knew it. Anyway, we can find mangoes here.
Wonderful. Where can we find some? I'm hungry.
We'd have to look for some.
Could we get your name?
Oh yeah, names
Oh,
are
right.
important.
My name is Shieldwing. And what are all your names?
Nassa.
Blinker.
I'm General Doctor.
I am not
You're not
as
the
prepared
general.
to you as that.
He's just Doc.
Yeah, just call him Doc.
Doctor.
Mhm.
Or Doctor if you really want to.
There's
What-
like
what
his
yeah.
full name. It's
I'm
unprofessional.
Oh, hold on, if we have to give full names, mine is Nassa Cipriano. If the last name is important at all, please let me know. My family was kind of weird.
Whoop, alley-oop, loop. Just call me.
That is the cutest name, holy shit.
And you're
And
being
I-
serious. That's your name?
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely her
That's
name.
my name.
That is her legal name.
Not judging, just making sure.
I swear, if you call me
Visual.
Moop Loop, I'm throwing something at you.
So, Petrol, how far are you willing to press your luck?
Oh gosh, fuck. Nameless. Remember, that doesn't play into it. All depends on the thing that I said.
Fair. How would you rate your character's attractiveness?
Scale of 1 to 10?
Yes, we'll go with that.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate my character's attractiveness at least a 7.
Oh
no.
shit!
Oh.
God damn it, fair!
So we're going with the second one.
Oh no.
Have fun, Petrol!
Let's see if I can get a 3.
Nope, not a chance.
There is a chance.
Do I have to get stick ready?
Get stick ready. Get stick ready.
Is it mad about my lack of a space?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
That is a bit too old for me. And that's something I can do.
Fuck.
Way too young.
That's what you want to do.
Doc watches it
Yeah.
intently.
No, I'm coming up with a good one.
I take a step forward if I... Oh, actually, hold on. Can I roll to see if I can figure out what's about to happen?
No, actually.
No, this is happening too quick. Petrol just needs time to come up with a pickup line.
Wanna know the worst part out of character?
Don't worry. There. And go ahead, Moop.
For some reason, I feel like I already have a pickup line that would work. Or at least be better than whatever the fuck you have.
Well, you're kind of like scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to Petrol's pickup lines.
I have a better one.
That is true.
To be fair, though, I intentionally do the cheesiest ones possible.
No, you don't do the cheesy ones. You do the slutty ones. There is a difference between cheesy and slut.
Boop do be right, though!
Oh,
We're waiting.
Oh god, I've come up with one.
Do it.
And I don't like it. I'm going to message Nameless beforehand just so you can see how bad this is.
I'm afraid.
So Nameless, how bad is that?
Why not both? I'm pretty sure meaning is in slutty and cheesy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great. So Nameless, how bad is that?
I am waiting patiently to see how bad this
I'm
is.
not going to say anything until after you decide to use.
Do it!
Okay. So Phil, what did you say the character's name was again?
The name is Shieldwing.
Okay. So, Shieldwing. Given the sword on you, I assume you're well trained in it. Mind if I show you how I use mine?
I am going to step forward and punch him in the neck as hard as I can. That was so
What
bad.
do you think you're doing?
Hold on, no, I'm actually rolling an attack. I don't care.
Hold on. Let's play out first.
Yeah, what do you think you're doing?
You know exactly.
Fraternization is frowned upon in the military.
I
Right
face
doesn't mean
off.
anything
He
here.
does this all the time.
You receive the flat side of my broadsword to the top of your head.
I mean, do you really have a military anymore?
Thank you. You see, you did our job for us.
Go ahead and roll.
That's true.
Wait, am I allowed to roll then?
Oh,
Both connect at the same time.
Oh, because I'm hitting it.
we're waiting for Fair to roll, and then you can roll.
Let me just. Oh yeah.
I rolled 2.
Okay,
You've got an
so-
18 on that. Fuck.
And go ahead and roll damage because Petrol just didn't see this coming. That line, Petrol did not see this coming.
It's very fitting that the sword is used against me.
Yes, exactly.
Also, Nassa, since you are doing a called shot, don't forget to check penalties.
Neck. Actually,
No, the damage is going to be reduced because it's that side of it, so...
Flat side just means it's bludgeoning instead of slashing.
still works.
It also means that it's going to do a lot less damage to him because it's a fucking sword.
It's a different roll, I think.
For some reason, the sword isn't in the melee weapons.
Give me just a sec. Gotta help with the finding the right items.
Ah, I see. This really was thrown together last minute.
Yep, like 10 minutes before the session, clearly.
Apparently, when Nameless said he went to poke his backup, he was doing it right then.
That did 6 damage. Wait, actually, did it do even more? No, it does exactly 6 damage.
Petrol, I would like to say it wasn't 10 minutes, but about 30 to 60.
Which knowing Nameless isn't much better.
I would suggest looking in like the dungeon fantasy for that though. Okay.
I did 6 damage to the neck, by the way.
Wait, Moop's joining in on heading him too?
Oh,
I fucked up. It's 1 damage.
We can really have 3 people all going to hit Vigil simultaneously.
I'm Brock. I'm pretty sure I said that one time, but I am pretty much just Brock.
With the gun.
Go ahead and roll your damage fair.
So I assume Moop is Grogunk then? At the moment I say anything, just done.
So, Petrol, you're knocked out now.
Yep.
So 15, 16,
that's what does 15 with the
17,
flat
18,
side of it?
19, 20 points. Yeah.
No, I believe.
It's literally just the difference is bludgeoning. It's not slashing. And it's not meant to kill you.
I think
How
Archie
assault
said
works?
that she did 6.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
And then
Yeah, because of where it was aimed.
Also, nice one, Fair. You rolled max damage.
So 22.
yeah, what a
Yes.
time to roll max damage, like honestly.
Well,
You could have rolled like a 2 or 3 on that.
So you just got pummeled.
Maybe you'll think twice next time before you try to fraternize with commanding officers.
You were saying that to someone who was currently
Couldn't
unconscious.
use a good pickup line. Jeez.
how many times has he done this now?
4 off the top of my head that I could think of, but those are the only times I could think of, so maybe more.
Like, out of character, is Moop just going to become Vigil's wingman now?
Opposite. Exact opposite.
So I have another
If I was-
question now then.
If I was a little older, I could be the one that swings in if they don't like stallions. No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I will swing the stick
That's
towards your way too! Don't think I discriminate!
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Moop wields the horny stick.
No, that was a joke.
Wields the no horny stick.
I was joking.
we know there's a joke, but it's not funny.
Moop will bonk all horny.
So, what were you gonna say, Shield Wing?
My question is, if I've been in that cryostasis pod, whatever it is you want to call it, for, you said about 500 years, how long have you guys been outside of a stasis?
Hold on. We've been
My
out
whole
for
life.
about a year and a half now. Hold on. I've been out for about a year and a half, along with Moop, Synex, Vigil. Who else was with us in the pods? I feel like I'm forgetting some creature.
Flashing shadow.
Oh yeah, Slashing Shadow.
You know, the poo brain over there? The unicorn?
Oh yeah, also sometimes creatures just kinda like, I don't know if the word would be like dissociate or if it's like a different word. But they just kinda like bleh.
It's a condition called poo brain. Essentially, the magic in the air can fuck with your brain temporarily and cause you to sort of blank out in a sense. You'd still be able to do things like walk and eat what's in front of you, but that's kind of the issue. You're not really conscious about anything and you will do a bunch of stupid shit.
Okay.
So yeah, we got 2 poo brains.
You are the medical professional. What's your opinion on this poo brain?
It's
He's
a
the one
fault
who
of
named
magic,
that.
and the only way to remove it is to end rampant use of magic.
I think it would be more the wild magic that's caused by, no containment because wasteland. But
Would you not say magic at that point is not running rampant?
I resent you more for this statement.
I don't know how this magic stuff works. All I know is that there was a point when it worked like in a controlled manner, and now it doesn't.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't
And
think any
yeah.
pony knows why. But that's just how it is.
You're being followed by those damn wolves again, I swear. How did they follow us across the ocean?
They follow us wherever we go. We can't escape their barks.
Wait, did one of you curse while I was gone?
What?
Yeah, it's entirely possible. Hell if I know.
So,
What type of scale?
what?
Heavy scale, light scale, regular scale?
Heavy. So, what does the party do now? You now have new party member, unless you're going to attempt to leave them there.
I guess you can come along with us. We're searching for my sister still.
Seeing as you're the ones who woke me up, you'd be hard pressed to get rid of me.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, I don't know where we're going, so
Well, frankly,
Neither
we
do
just
we.
have to keep going around until we find her sister.
You know, in all fairness, neither do we, so...
Give me just a sec.
Did I just hear harmonica music?
No, you didn't hear anything.
Oh, no, it was a child screaming. It sounded like a
What was it?
harmonica.
Level 1 is 8 AM, and yet it resembles 5 AM because of rain.
Huh.
Okay, just walking him through some things on his character sheet. Sorry about that. So, you guys gonna start travel?
Yeah, sure.
Who's going to be dragging me along? Because I was not cold.
Oh, obviously one of the ones who decided to hit you.
Okay.
Given the lack of speaking, it sounds like we're just leaving him there.
No, we're taking him back. With us. It's just, I don't know how we're going to do it specifically yet.
I would say we could load him on the pack mule, but
We're just not gonna wake him up?
No, we don't have to wake him up.
Okay.
we'll just add the Pegasus to someone's equipment.
Hey, if you hit him, 3 of you can carry him.
Do you think he could actually? No, he's too fat. Never mind.
I
I'm
like.
thinking about just shoving him into my little room, but
You're too
you know,
big to fit in that. Boop, you
I
cannot
know.
fit in that, so none of the party can.
I know he's too fat. We're all too fat.
So, how are you going to get petrol back up the ladder?
I have rope.
What's that? We kind of hand wave that part.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to fly him up the ladder.
Roll strength.
This'll go well.
this will be interesting to watch.
Oh, that actually passed! Alright, now I have to roll flight, presumably?
Yes.
50.
That
Oh my god.
Hang on a sec.
I was going to say rolls of 15.
Good job,
Okay.
Thinker. You have made it up the ladder.
I kind of
Class
look
six
down
stairs.
at Vigil, who I've just successfully flown up here, and then look around and be like, "Did I really just do that?"
That was impressive to watch, I'll be honest.
So, also, we're gonna go ahead and say hello to. I'm going to probably butcher this, but Onup 147. He is suggesting to dump water on petrol. He didn't say where, so we may be able to kill the boner.
Do you recommend boiling water or just plain cold water?
No, like
Nameless. You cruel bastard.
cold
you.
water.
Very cold water.
Grab water from the ocean and just dump them. Actually, better get dump them in the ocean.
Well, you guys are not far from it, so that is still an option.
Nameless. Just saying that has put me in fetal position.
Would I have to roll multiple flight checks to fly him to the ocean and drop him in?
Oh, no, you're already in the air.
Oh, okay. I'm flying him over to the ocean and dropping him in from about 15 feet.
How far out are you going?
Far enough out that I can't see the bottom.
Okay. Petrol, roll a health check +5.
Let's pass.
I'll roll a dexterity check.
Well passed.
So you manage to right yourself, but you cannot touch the bottom, and you are now soaking wet and cold. Because it is about that time of year that the ocean is cold.
As if the ocean isn't cold all year long.
It's not.
I like sort of paddle my way back to shore, like looking frustrated and flying myself off.
I am.
bet you are.
I
I am
say,
flying back at the same rate that he's swimming back, just kind of looking down at him and snickering.
I want to say that Moop's pickup line that she just posted is so much better than
It
Petrol.
is.
And that's not saying much.
It's a better line, but it isn't as funny. It isn't so bad.
I'm telling you, every fucking time you have such a bad fucking line, it's just like, it's so easy
He
to...
must do them intentionally. He must
Yes,
be
I do.
intentionally picking the worst lines he can come up with.
Pick the dumbest, shittiest ones because they're the funniest.
Ugh. So you come up with better ones, right? And you throw them out.
I feel like you're giving him too much credit.
I think what's going to be the funniest and dumbest thing I can come up with that will work for this? Yes, this works.
Except nothing works!
By working, I mean like what works as a functional line, like what makes sense in a
What
sentence.
is your sex appeal skill?
Hmm.
Like, how good or bad are you actually at this? Supposed to.
13. So
Bruh.
pretty decent.
You're supposed to be a bit better at this.
No, I don't roll that.
Ugh.
Someone makes it so I don't roll that at all, like ever.
That's because you keep trying to go after things either way above your weight class or... Yeah,
Literally
normally just way
death?
above your weight class.
What, like death herself?
Yes, like Death herself.
Or your captors.
Or
Let's see.
superior officer.
Yeah, superior officer.
I will mention this superior officer for a bat pony is a little bit bigger than most bat pony.
Hey, rank doesn't mean shit out here.
Yes, I'm
sure.
learning that very quickly.
It does when you are still set in the old ways of doing things.
Yeah.
So
So what I'm hearing is I should have waited a week. An in-game week.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying you should have waited forever.
Well,
He's
it
simply
might
not
have
done
helped your chances a little bit if I hadn't just come out of a cryostasis pod.
No, I would prevent it. I will
No.
contact you.
So
His
you're
chances
saying,
are 0 because Moop exists.
so you're saying I've still got a shot. Got it.
No, Moop is still around, dumbass.
I can upgrade from stick to spear to sword. I have my own sword. I will take a.
Why would you go 2 steps? Why not just straight to sword?
I'm pretty sure Shieldwing is more than dishing that
And
out.
if Moop's ever not enough, I have Hammer.
Argo,
I also have
I
fire.
need you to go ahead and roll your survival for the travel, because I don't think this is going to end if we don't start.
No, we'll just keep roasting petrol for the rest of the session, quite happily too.
I pass.
Okay.
And I imagine you want me to do my perception rules as well.
Well, first I need to know the margin of success.
8.
Okay.
It's the same as the
And then I do
roll.
not pass. I do not pass my perception.
Presume they were all rolling perception.
Yes, everybody rolls perception. That's how travel works.
Excuse you, Dice Maiden. Well, I also fail perception.
I succeeded by 2.
Pass by 3.
So is Doc... Okay,
What?
so the first 2 failed. Everybody else is passing.
Yeah. Oh no.
Nope.
Shieldwing didn't.
Shieldwing still has a bit of the cryo sickness.
Okay.
Carpet sickness. Can't quite see yet.
So, where the equestrian wastes had a lot of, like, kind of scrubby plants and, like, a lot of dead things, you'd still seen trees and whatnot. This place, it embodies the word wasteland way harder. You do see what appears to be a bunch of squat, dark buildings up in the distance, but it is now approaching nighttime. You will not be able to make it if you want to stay and camp for the night. I will give the option, as usual. You can do either defensive, comfortable, or camouflaged, or...
Camouflage seems a bit difficult out here.
Are you sure?
Except we have a native.
I mean, I will just say that it would be the only bump in the entire area.
Nonsense.
We raise the flag. Just watch, we're gonna put the flag up.
We raised the neon.
Yes, the neon camo flag.
Okay.
I'm just gonna dig.
So, camp has been made. First watch. Who is going?
I go
to...
first. This works best for my sleep schedule, please.
Go ahead and pick out. Now that we have gotten through the first portion, who's doing first watch with Nassa? We go with Savannah.
Wait, who is?
That sounds too alive.
It's Savannah Night. I mean, it's more interesting than listening to wind sounds the entire time.
Oh, so it's Duck who's doing the watch with me?
Yep.
So,
I pass. Hey, Duck. By any chance, did you hear anything suspicious by Sergos when we first went out? Or did everyone just, like, kind of forget something?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't able to keep track of most of that conversation.
Okay, because I feel like there was something that was said that I told everyone not to worry about it. And I thought they were gonna start questioning me about it. But, they kinda didn't say anything to me about it. So, I don't know, it felt weird. Like, I had prepared all of these responses and all that, but nobody ever did anything. I don't know, you're the weirdest one here, so I feel comfortable telling you.
Well, if you're expecting people to question you, is that because there's something you do want to talk about?
I don't know, I'm a little scared now because it's kind of my fault we only have a month. Because I don't know if anyone actually caught why it was my fault.
Why is what's your fault?
Why the deal got broken.
So what
It
was
was
the deal?
Oh, the deal was that, my mother was not supposed to return back here. And, I kind of slipped my set back open a little bit. And, inside you could see a nicely preserved skull. So, I may have brought her along. Very good for some of these, long night chats, especially when those that they're doing watch with me aren't particularly perceptive. I kind of sneak off and I tell her about what we've been doing. It's just... I wanted to send her messages as well. Just wanted to let her know that I was safe and what we've been doing.
Is that like one of the spirit things of your people?
I don't think others do this. I don't know. I haven't had family with me in so long that I kind of couldn't resist. And I wanted to bury her here. What was left, at least.
So, I am going to go ahead and put you at ease with that one. You would have broken the deal no matter what. Unless you brought both your family members with you.
Yeah, there's no way for me to bring, the other.
I mean, no way that you took the time to find out, but...
I didn't know how to find out.
Also, I'm not entirely sure that Nassa would have wanted to have let Nassa out of Tartarus.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I would prepared him coming. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so, Doc, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to, go off a little bit and try to catch you up a little bit more. I'm almost done telling the story of how we got here.
Yeah, fun.
Alright, thank you very much, and thank you for understanding. And if, no one else in the party brings it up, don't mention it. Thank you. And I, go off to go start telling the message. As I normally do.
Okay. Sorry, I was helping Farrah with some character things, so I didn't catch that part.
I'm going to talk to, my mother as I do normally.
Yeah.
You know the whole
Spirit
thing.
Lord.
Yep. I guess.
Yep. As far as you can tell, everything went to plan. So,
Alright. Next watch, I'm going to wake up Moo.
okay. Doc, are you pulling a double shift again?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be one hell of an adventure.
Oh, no, yes, nice roll.
Nice one, Moon.
Yeah, still made it. But, yeah. I didn't know there was, land across the sea.
Being on the ocean was very weird. I've always flown over it with my family, just never been on a boat through it. Have you been on boats before? Even if they didn't have motors and all that?
Not over the ocean. Or at least, not for so long over the ocean.
I see.
There's several tribes to the north that live off a small island that practice a form of raiding in order to get by.
I will also note that for the most part, nobody really travels by sea.
I'm sorry, Doc. Moon, are you saying there's a psycho tribe that are Vikings?
I didn't say that. I definitely insinuated it. I did not say
You're
it.
supposed to be asleep. Good night. Zap, zap. Good night, my boo.
That's a blip moment.
Both of you need to shut up so that these two can talk.
I fucking lost what I was gonna say, man.
Petrol, what did I say?
Well, I guess there's a first time for everything. But I wonder when's the last time gonna be.
Well, that doesn't matter. Just what you do in between.
It kind of does, because what comes after it. I kind of look at Nassa. What comes after the end always matters, even if it doesn't matter to you right away. You would think it doesn't, but there will always be somebody impacted by what you do, even if they don't show it.
Well, if you're that afraid, make sure it leaves a legacy.
I don't think that'll be possible for me, but I guess I'll try or something. It'll be interesting.
You're a doctor now, Luke. You save lives, those lives affect other lives. Every life you save, you're responsible for everything that happens there on out.
Only further supporting what I've said before. But, yeah. Let's make sure this legacy is worth keeping. I would say that's the end of my watch.
Who do you wake up?
I wake up.
Sorry, we don't have a do in the party.
Yes, we do. Points at Vigil. This is do. Then I point at then I point at Clinker. That's dum doom. Right?
Is this some old world language I don't know?
No, this is just my brain just not working at the moment. And me just forgetting names. So, yes. I shall wake up doom. You know what? Yeah.
Wait, which one of us was that again?
That was you.
I guess I'll wake up doot then.
Clinker and Vigil, you need to make rolls.
That's a pass.
That's a fail.
Good job. Exactly as I expected.
Everything is going according to plan.
And you guys don't really see much through the night. I will note, the Hacks, you did say something about dead. This place isn't dead like the coast where you were with Mount Eris. It's just more wastelandy, like Mad Max kind of place, with more grass. Dead grass, but grass. So, are you two going to engage in awkward conversation?
Hmm. Actually, I did look over and say, Clinker. You know, now that Moop can fly and all, we should really take them out for like a proper fly, just below the cloud layer. Once we get back to the question, and actually show them around a bit more from the sky. Because the last time they were that high up in the sky with clouds down, and look how that went.
I mean, I wasn't with you guys when that happened.
Yes, but
So
surely
I have no idea what
surely heard the tales, yes?
Do you mean the Pegasi that tried to attack Storm God?
No, I'm referring to the fact that we all move.
What?
First off,
Audio keeps going in and out.
Yeah.
I was just saying, well, I mean, up in Cloudsdale and Moop didn't exactly have the best footing. Thankfully nothing bad happened. But never they can fly with no risk of anything bad happening. Oh, look, wings.
Yeah. Wings are nice.
So,
Basically.
are you guys done, or you waking up the party? Like, what are you doing?
I'm pretty much done.
Like
So
I
I guess
said,
it's just like
awkward conversation.
Awkward. It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
It's only gay if you make it gay.
I've said that
I see
before.
you two read them, or I see you also read the sacred text.
Or like I say, hackers. I've said that before.
So, if you're gonna roll health checks, if you need that, then roll health checks. Petrol.
Fail.
Okay. Apparently people are not doing very well on their rolls today. Doc, are you gonna make the last ditch effort?
Yep.
And then there goes Doc, basically critically succeeding, or just shy of it at least.
This is why Doc is, This is why Doc writes his own diploma.
Shit, no, that's actually a crit success. Congratulations, Doc. Everybody failed and you crit succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Petrol can add 2.
Yay.
Remember, I can handle up to 20 patients.
No, minus. Oh, can you now, Doc?
Yeah, because on TL5.
So,
No, TL4 medicine. Either way, it's still 20.
so
Can you really stop that?
Petrol, shut up. Nassa, you know what to do. Nassa?
Nassa has died.
I am very smart. Please ignore me.
Did you have yourself muted?
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
That's a yes.
So apparently, she had herself deafened.
I passed by like 7 for survival.
Okay, and then everybody needs to roll their perceptions.
Pass by
I passed
6.
perception by 2.
Pass by 1.
We're traveling.
That's by 1.
Just waiting on fair.
Is that a crit? Is
Fair
that a
quit
crit
walking
fail?
backwards.
Hang on a second.
I'm still getting used to, being awake. after 500 years.
Also, Petrol, you are short 1 fatigue point.
Yeah, that's a crit fail.
And it takes longer than usual to regen it back.
I will say I know basically how this continent is structured. By the way, I
That's
know
why you
the
have
basic.
no negatives.
I know.
So you guys are almost to the squatty, what appears to be a village, or what was once a village.
What kind of village?
Well, this one kind of stands out for the big, dark, twisted tree root looking things in it. It's kind of all throughout it.
Interesting.
You can roll your area knowledge, but I can tell you this is not normal.
Do they look like plunder seeds?
I passed my area knowledge by 3.
Where did you roll it?
In the
What do you
Great
mean?
Wall.
Oh, what? How did I end up back there? How? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
I have no idea how I ended up over there. Do I need to roll it?
I'm going to just say yes, re-roll it, because
Damn it. Anyway, now I failed.
Everyone fucking responded.
yes, you
That's it.
do not know
After the wrong chat.
what these are, or the name of the village, because this is not technically your tribe's territory. So, what do? It is about noonish.
Let us investigate. So I'm going to try to look around to see what is going on. Actually, probably going to try to analyze the roots, those things, because that might be important. Yep. I almost posted a picture. That was not what I meant to do.
You gonna post a picture of dice?
No. Herbler. I do not pass my herbler.
Yes. These plants
This
are
is
made
good.
of plant. Where... No, that does not
Hacks.
help you any. You cannot just post pictures of dice. You actually have to use Dice Maiden.
No, Amos, you missed the joke. What are you going to do? Post a picture of a dice? So I said to give him a dice.
I understand, but I am yelling at Hacks right now. What did you forget? You did a really good job at it, apparently.
Whatever you forget, amazingly.
I literally forgot. I think I was looking around as well, like doing investigation, but I fucking forgot. Like, I saw something, immediately forgot.
I'm going to assume that was a perception -3, since last I checked you do not have search or scrounging.
Well, either way, that's still a pass with flying colours.
Yes.
So, for that, you, for the most part, most of the buildings seem to either be supported by these strange blackened plant things, except one house. You cannot open the door, and you cannot see in the windows.
Let's break down the door.
What's that?
Let's break down the door.
Okay.
Or, just not do that until we get confirmation someone being in here or not. Why are you guys so rude? Hello, anyone in there?
I can imagine like Nassa turning around
Yeah,
to go the door down, and it's just a couple light taps. There's a knock.
I pass, by the way.
So you give the door a good thump, and it kind of rattles, but it also sounds like something heavy is pressed against it.
Like a corpse.
Why do you sound so excited for that?
The first thing you go towards is corpse, and not bookshelf or chair.
I was about to say a bit more dramatic.
Or a
but
table. There could be a table on the other side.
It's sort of being
I wanna
like
go around the
sarcastic.
house and
And
see if
I
there's
thought you were trained by the military.
Question: could I blast the door with a lightning bolt?
You can roll to see if you can.
Secondary question.
Why are you guys so violent?
and people say,
If
I'm
I
in
can
there,
figure out how to cast it.
If you look down in your spellcasting,
Okay, so wait, is level what I have to roll against, or
I believe so.
okay, so that's
Yep.
8. I have never used the spells before, so I'm rolling against an 8. This is probably not going to succeed. It succeeded!
Oh, bruh!
So make sure there's no ranged attack thing up in the top portion of your character sheet for it.
There is. So it's missile.
So if
Skill level 11.
so, you have to roll again to actually hit the thing.
Oh, okay. Skill level is 11. So that was to cast, and this is to. That hits!
So the door explodes into smoking splinters. Moop, you also find no other doors, by the way.
Well, that seemed to work.
And I come back to this.
You also smell the lovely smell of burning flesh.
So you were right. There was a body on the other side of the door.
Well,
You know,
looking
I was
into
half
the
joking.
looking into the house, you wouldn't exactly call it a body, unless somebody turned inside out and then plastered themselves all over the inside of the house.
Ooh. Look at shielding. You know, I was half joking. But I'm sort of disappointed that you're
I
right.
thought you were half joking, but yeah, kind of disappointed that you're also right.
Yeah.
I kind of like peek out from behind the cloud that I used to cast the lightning bolt. Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see what you did in this house?
You-
Come on,
Oh,
look.
hey, the door's open.
When you do these things, I need a number so that I can know if you pass or fail. Because if you're going to continue to roll like that, I need to know what you're rolling against, number wise, so that I know if you fail or not.
I'm rolling against my position. So
Okay. So, looking at it, you could tell it was something alive, maybe, at some point. I mean, it's kind of, sort of still alive. It's got veins, and it's pulsating, and, you know, squishy.
Wait. It's pulsating.
I'm so sorry about that. These guys are savages.
Well, on further inspection, you also do not see anything that could constitute an orifice that would allow for hearing. So you don't know if it can hear you either.
The pulse
Yes,
mix.
but I'm so apologizing just in case, whether
Does
or
it
not.
have a
Because
brain?
Fuck.
Roll Spirit Lord to see if this is something I would have ever known about.
So, go ahead and do that. You do not observe anything of any sort of note other than, you know, pulsating thing.
Oh, I pass.
Observation will be used more for, like, if you're getting ready for, say, an ambush or things like that.
I passed, by the way.
Yeah, as far as you are aware, there shouldn't be anything like this here. and
would I know what it is?
it's not a spirit thing. That's all you really know about it from spirit lore. It is not a spirit thing.
Oh, so this is naturally fucked up.
It also reeks. I never said it was a natural thing. I just said it was not a spirit thing.
Well,
Maybe we should leave.
Hey, Moon, do me a favor, roll a perception.
you should at least make a new door for it. We don't know what's around here. I think we can
Hey,
go inside
Moon.
and water more.
What?
Roll a perception. There we go.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It takes time to type these things out.
It didn't tell me you were typing. Okay, so Moon, while you're standing watching the proceedings, did you go into the building or out of the building? Or did you go step on the squishy flesh thing inside?
Oh no.
Okay, so you, when you were taking a look around, as far as, or like standing outside, as far as you could tell, something is watching from around the building. But you can't quite see it. What do?
I draw my pistol and I yell out in the direction that I thought I saw it. We can handle this civilly, or we can handle this uncivilly.
Well, when you look in that direction, you don't actually see anything.
What are
I'm
you
going to
yelling
pull out my gun.
You,
Doc, who are you yelling at?
There's something poking its head around here, or at least I thought it, or at least I think it was a head.
so everybody can roll search, grounds, perception, whatever,
Search.
to see if they can
That
find.
passes.
Yes.
Nassa, you can also roll tracking to see.
Oh
if you
wait,
can...
I can roll checking. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll checking. I also passed that.
You
Can I
going
try-
to do so as well?
Can I try to make a door for the thing in the house?
I mean, there's really not much around unless you're going to remove another door and just put it on that door frame.
Can I check the other houses to see if there's one I can do that with?
There's literally a door on a house right across from you. So everybody goes looking for the thing that Doc saw. Nobody finds anything. No tracks, no nothing.
And the spirits really like to groove it with what you can hear in the background.
I'm
I use the
I forgot to switch to day. Here we go, daytime.
I use that door.
Despite how happy this sounds, it is still cloudy and perpetually green tinted. Hold on, let me see if I got something a bit better for this. That is not what I... Is this...
Too peaceful.
Well,
Feel like I'm at a
Rex.
beach at evening.
actually it works fairly well for what I have in mind, so...
Okay.
You guys are not particularly anywhere, like, overtly spoopy yet.
Creepy.
So,
So yeah, there's a tightening rope noise.
Yeah.
To give the house
Yeah.
a new door.
Moop replaces the door. I'm not gonna have any rolls
can we-
for that.
It's actually really funny whenever you unmute because suddenly unmute and we just hear a beat in the background. It's really funny.
So,
Suddenly your mic goes out and all here. It's actually really funny.
Someone's jamming.
So, what are you guys gonna do next?
I want us to see if I can find whatever the fuck that one thing that was crawling around was. Because I passed both my checking and my perception.
Well, you don't see any signs of anything. No disturbed leaves, no bent grass, no hoof prints or footprints
What
or
if I
claw
get-
prints.
An aerial overview of the area and try and spot it from the air. So it can't just be ducking behind things as easily.
I think we have to set up camp.
You can give that a try.
Okay, do I need to roll something to do it?
I'll assist with this endeavor.
You would need to roll tracking, search, something of that variety.
Okay, there's a pass by 5 on a search.
Okay? You find nothing. No signs that anything alive has been in this village for a long time. You know, other than the plants and whatever the hell was in that house.
This is frustrating. Nothing eludes my tracking that easily.
We had a thing that we couldn't see but kept talking to us that one night.
Wait, you're talking to it again?
I don't think it's that, but remember we kept thinking we could see it, but we couldn't see it or tell what it was, but it spoke to us.
All you really knew is that it was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you sure you're not going insane? It wouldn't surprise me.
You get into my candy.
Do you guys not remember that scene?
Doc wouldn't. Doc was not there.
Right, but it Tantabus disappeared for a while, and there was that thing that Nameless kept having us roll with like -20s on
The stuff
perception.
that I couldn't see. Therefore, I just assume you're going mad.
I mean, nobody could see it.
No, none of us could see it. We just knew it was there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, all of you are mad.
Eh,
Yeah, very much so.
You don't try
I'm
that
not
wrong.
mad, we're just anxious.
you're not alone in that opinion. To be fair,
I'm not mad, just disappointed.
Pun intended.
Absolutely.
See, now all those times where you said that it's fair and I wasn't here, well, now I'm here.
Exactly.
You have summoned him.
Persistence
summoning
paid
ritual.
off. The summoning ritual was the persistence.
So. It is about midday in-game. What do? Do we need to...
Should we keep walking or should we set up camp? I'm not sure. We have quite a few hours left.
Well, where do we want to go next? I think would be the question.
I don't know, actually.
If I fly up with the Nassa, we should be able to get a gauge as to where we are.
Probably. If you drop me, I'm killing you, though.
Oh yeah, fully justified at that. Although the thing is though, would you survive?
Let's
I
not
can
think
shoot you
about
while I'm
that.
falling.
I mean, you do spirit stuff. I assume she'll at least haunt you.
Oh no. Yeah.
I can do more than that. Yeah,
Anyway, so yeah.
just bring me up into the sky. I'll ready my gun to shoot you if you drop me. There's half a joke.
Right.
I can't even pick you up.
Here, I'll try. Since I did so well earlier. I'll try
him
and
get
do
an
it.
18. I'm waiting for the 18.
You were saying.
The exact opposite of 18.
How's that free treat?
Yeah!
For those in chat right now, I rolled a 16 out of 18, so I was borderline completely failing in the worst way possible. Whereas Hax here rolled and it got a critical success immediately, just to spite me.
I've succeeded in picking her up. Now I actually have to get off the ground. Or, well, fly properly.
Let's go for the other extreme.
What is it today with sevens? Why do I keep rolling sevens?
Lucky sevens.
Well, it passes.
Hey, so am I now up in the air?
Yes.
And I'm making
Okay.
raspberry noises at
Oh
Vigil.
shit. Am I supposed to roll my area knowledge, right?
I was answering a question for Fair. What are you wanting to roll that for? Like, what are you trying to do?
Hold on, have you not been listening to this plan that we came up with? Where I was gonna get brought up into the air so that I can like look and see exactly where we are?
Yes, it would be an area knowledge. And a perception. Perception first, though.
Oh, okay.
Because you need to see where you are from that distance.
I can in fact see.
Okay? Area knowledge -2.
Wait, hold on, does that pass? Oh, my area knowledge is 11, so that does not pass, actually.
Yes, so. Besides the fact that, you've never really seen your homeland from on high, it's also kind of different from what you remember in a lot of ways. So you're not entirely certain where exactly you are. But you can tell that you ended up on the northernmost point of the continent. I know,
Alright, so-
much helpful information.
Well, it means we sailed from the southernmost point of one continent to the northernmost point of another continent that are about even with each other.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
We just took the most roundabout way we about possibly could.
I do want to point out that the map may not be necessarily the same as the equestrian map. There's a reason I don't even have that map open. So, what does the party attempt to do?
I'll fix a piece of candy.
Bring me down so that I can make an educated guess of where to check next.
Okay.
You are on the ground.
As I land, I kind of make a raspberry noise at Vigil.
Yes. Clinker being childish. Nothing is new here.
Oh, I like look over and stare in frustration.
Having difficulty getting up today, Petrol.
No, you know what I don't have difficulty with that.
I need to break both your spines. I just never thought I'd have to threaten you with that, Clinker. Is that...
So,
Hey,
Nassa, if
Click
you-
just use a double entendre.
you would need to roll an area knowledge and a survival to attempt to guesstimate on which direction you need to go. Area knowledge will only be at a -1 since you're... Okay, I didn't even need to add negatives, apparently.
We're doing great today.
That's my survival, at least.
Understatement. We're doing amazing.
So
we're taking a guess.
you're doing the equivalent of spinning around in a circle with your eyes closed and pointing and saying, that way.
Oh, due south.
But please don't tell me it's the way we just came from.
No, we're going somewhere south.
Okay.
Actually, if you have a crit fail, that would have been the direction we came from.
So. Yeah, that would be crit fail territory. I need everybody to do their perceptions.
Pass perception.
That's a pass.
Pass.
Okay. So, I did not get a moon roll. Okay. So, for the most part, you guys don't really see much as you continue your travels. However, I also just noticed my sound stopped, but as you are traveling towards the end of the day, you do hear some familiar sounds. If I can find it.
What do you mean by familiar sounds?
Well, he's about to play them for us, so if we just listen.
Was it not that one?
Oh God.
If we just listen, I was waiting to hear like cameos, party in the background. But listen carefully. This is the Beatles, all we can hear.
These travel drums just keep following us.
I know it's around here somewhere. Sorry. I saw this the other day. It was... Shush.
Intermission period.
Am I just blind?
Of course you are.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
That
That is very
All
concerning.
right, where is it?
So, what does the party do?
Hey, Shieldwing! You wouldn't happen to know anything about the scarecrows that we didn't, do you?
Roll area knowledge.
Me? Okay.
No, not you.
Oh.
He is very slowly typing to roll. No, he does not.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything. There could be
I
hundreds of things that are different.
I fly to try and find it.
Well, it seems like we're about to run into a scarecrow, so at the very least, be ready to run, or fly, very fast.
So, as you guys continue traveling, the night starts to fall. What do?
Oh no.
Nameless, I'm gonna fly it to see if I can find it at all.
I will join him.
Roll perception. Nassa, what are you doing?
Wow, we did a great job!
I'm going to try to see where the crows are coming from to see like which direction we'll have to run.
Dice Man just wants to be funny today, apparently.
So, for Nassa, you need to roll perception if you didn't already.
I feel like Nassa could just yell at us. I think that way. Or not! Or not!
Hold on, you said perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Just check.
Had that have been your tracking, it would have been fine probably, but not perception.
But it is now the night time. I am going to ask, would you guys like to put a pin in it? I know Cameo is not feeling too well.
Sure.
Sure. Why
I'm
not?
fine with it.
I guess.
Okay. Well, in that case, for those of you that are may or may not still be listening, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all our uploads and streams. And if you're enjoying what we're doing, then feel free to check out the Patreon link in the description. The first tier, $1, gets access to the community and anything that I post in there. Second tier, the $5 tier, gets to, after the game, we do a post-game meeting for the players. Some of the players, myself, and whoever is in the $5 tier gets to hop in, and we'll discuss some of the things that have happened throughout the session that night and some of the things on their minds for some of the campaigns. Like, for example, with Peacemakers, we actually discuss things like the scriptures that they're finding. And then the $10 tier, I do a shout out at the end of every upload and video of all of the names of my $10 tier priest patrons, which includes Cameo Shadowless, Haxorus, Sawtooth Waves, Gilded Page, Ellis Xander, and I think that's it.
That's it. There's 5.
Yes. So other than that, we will see you again tomorrow for the Peacemakers of Equestria. Other than that, everybody have a great evening and drink water.
See you guys.
See ya.
Adios.
Hydrate.
Well, the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown, we'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, it came